So I got a question for you. What's the best job you've ever had? Well, today we're going to be talking about the best job that Ken has ever had. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business.
I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
Let's go with the new truck, and you're going to do a fryer. Have you really considered what kind of fryer, or if you're going to do 2 fryers? Because they do make electric fryers too. You still have to have a hood, but you could not have a propane one.
You know, Bill, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. This is new, so this is where I'll go. This is one of those points, I'm going to go back on Facebook and I'm going to go, who's using what works for who? Because again, that's where I learn. I learn from you and your forum, and I learn from talking to people. I have no idea. Chef Joel, as we call him, had mentioned a single double fryer. I don't really know anything about fryers. So, again, I just got the truck last week. We dropped it off at my mechanic. He's doing the once over now. No, you don't know. I don't know what kind of fryer we're going to get. We're going to find one, but I have no idea.
Well, if you're going to stick straight electric, they do make electric fryers that will keep up, but you're going to be paying a pretty penny for them. But if you keep your idea about getting used, then you're not in such bad shape. You can't go to Webster and buy an Advan Co. electric fryer and think it's going to keep up, because it's not. Those are a little more than Fry Daddies with stainless steel.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
They're not going to work. But what you want to do, and the reason I would recommend an electric for you, is because that kind of forces you into not going the route that most people go when they have a fryer. And let's do French fries, and let's do onion rings, let's do chicken, let's do everything else. If you're only going to do cheese curds, then an electric fryer is going to be just fine. And that also kind of forces you into not having to add on all that other stuff at some point, because it just won't work. Because you have to have a propane or a gas fryer if you're going to be doing, the heavy duty frying over long cook periods, like chicken. You're 15 minutes on chicken one. Yeah. And that would be kind of a limiter for the creativity of your friend that likes to add on new stuff.
Yeah. And we don't, I told Joel, I said, you think we could find a way to put cheese curds on a grilled cheese? He goes, yeah, we'll think about it. We'll figure something out. There's got to be something.
Oh yeah.
If someone's going to eat a deep fried Oreo, there's got to be a way to put cheese curds on a grilled cheese.
Oh yeah.
Fried cheese curds. That's kind of why I like doing this. I tell people all the time, I talk to them and I tell them, I say, this is the best job I've ever had in my whole life. We get to be creative. It's work. It's every day, even on your day off is not a day off. You're always doing something pertaining to the truck, even when you're not working on the truck. But man, is it fun.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. How do we figure out how to make a fried cheese curd grilled cheese? Well, let's figure it out.
And you'll spend, hours and hours doing that, and it'll seem like you'll be working on it a few minutes. It's just amazing how time will fly. Yeah, I love it. We did a grilled cheese concept, or we were looking to do one. And we had all different kind of varieties of things to go on the grilled cheese, and we tested different cheeses and stuff. And, some of it, the idea never translates well to the food. It's just like, this is gross.
The cotton candy grilled cheese.
Yeah, exactly. We're throwing this. But then you get the ones that you don't think are going to work, but you just try them anyway because you got all the elements for it. And it's like, this is really good. We need to sell this as soon as we possibly can. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, too, because we've talked about, because I know a couple other food trucks that do, again, barbecue, not to beat on barbecue. I just love barbecue. I'm a big fat guy from the South. And they said, what, we got, I'll give you, a couple pounds shoulder Why don't you make a grilled cheese out of it? I've kind of thought to myself, Bill, and I'll ask your opinion on this. Is there a point where it's not a grilled cheese anymore? You know what I mean? Like, if you take and melt cheese over anything on bread, can you just call it a grilled cheese? Or is there a point where if you're putting brisket and I don't know, pickles and coleslaw and then putting cheese on it and calling it a grilled cheese, is that still a grilled cheese?
I would think it qualifies as a grilled cheese if it has the elements, which is the buttered bread and it's toasted on both sides. And then whatever you stick in the middle, it's still a grilled cheese. It's a grilled cheese.
All right.
Whatever you put on it. Now, if you're a brisket truck or a barbecue dude, then you're going to call it, this is the brisket. And we got cheese on it. It's on bread. It depends on your perspective. I don't think, especially right now, I think that people are so much into, well, let's see what we can jam together and create some new different flavor we've never had before. And the semantics of what are we going to call it, who really cares?
As long as it's good, I guess.
Exactly.
I kind of got bogged down in that conversation again with Joel. He's like, well, we could do. I go, well, then what is it? It's not really a grilled cheese anymore. It's like it's he's like, well, and he kind of had the same answer, but I wanted to get your expert opinion, and that solves it. There you go. I'll go tell Joel here we're doing. If it tastes good, do it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, as long as you can make money with it too.
Yeah.
But think about a hamburger. When you say hamburger, everyone has that preconceived notion. It's got some type of bun, and it's going to have a hamburger, and then may have cheese and other condiments on it. But they have that preconceived notion. But when you say it's a grilled cheese hamburger, they automatically throw the bun out because they know it's not going to be a bun. It's going to be on bread that's toasted on both sides. It's going to have a cheese on top and bottom.
Yeah, like a patty melt.
Exactly, but it's not a patty melt because it's grilled cheese. Because a patty melt has the cheese on the top and it melts down. Grilled cheese would have cheese on top and bottom, and the bread's toasted top and bottom.
Very true.
So it's just all in the perception and your description, your visual description. Let's see, what else can I ask you about?
Anything you wish, sir. I'm an open book.
I have a whole bunch of questions here, and you've amazingly covered a lot of them already. So
I told you I'm pretty long-winded. I apologize.
No. You're perfect. Tell me about a typical guest that would step up to you. What is the feedback you hear, whether it be verbally or on reviews?
Well, our reviews, again, we're not even 3 months in. I'm very proud of what we do. I hate for this to sound, oh, look at me, I'm so awesome. Because I'm a very humble person. But our reviews have been outstanding. The first part of your question, someone that walks up to us. Again, you'd have to see my truck. I don't know. Have you seen it? Have you gone to the website?
Yeah.
It's it, and boy, seeing it in person, you can see it from space. And I've designed it that way. I designed that truck because, where we live in this region, I've noticed, and this is just me noticing, little kids don't really want beef brisket or pork shoulder. Little kids, 7-year-old, whatever. Adults, they like hot dogs, but people don't want to stand in two different lines.
Right.
My kid wants a hot dog. I don't want to eat a hot dog. I want something a little more, whatever, whatever that description is. I wanted my truck to attract children and adults. So we can do, again, the kid grilled cheese. And I tell people, I yell out the window, I have a megaphone on my truck. My daughter hates it because whatever, she's my daughter. But I tell people, and that's how I call out numbers when the food's ready. But I tell people that come up, if they have kids with them, I make sure I say, look, we make plain ones for the little ones too. We cater to not only the kids, but the adults. We have fancier things for the adults. We have simpler things for the kids. So a typical client will come up to the window. I have my board, below the window. They can kind of read there, and I'm sitting there, and they'll, read the board for a while, and they decide. A lot of times they'll ask me, which one is your favorite? That's a question I get a lot. Which one is your favorite? And I tell them, I say, well, that's like asking me which one of my kids I love more. I'll tell you, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you which ones are the most popular. Turns out my most expensive sandwich is literally the most popular sandwich.
Yep.
Okay. And then I go in this order. I've had people, it surprised me. It's shocked the snot out of me. Oh, I can't decide. Just give me the menu. Did you give me have a what? Yeah, I'll take each one. I'll take them home or whatever. Okay. Well, that's one Michelle, one Lee. Your total is 117. You know what I mean? And I go, okay,
Right.
no problem. I get that. And I get it more than it shocked me. And I turn around, I hand the ticket off to my daughter, whoever's prepping sandwiches. I go, we got one of everything. And they're like, well, yeah, it's happier than whatever. I've had some reviews on Facebook. If you guys want to get on, it's Hippie Gourmet Grilled Cheese on Facebook, you can find me and you can see the reviews and they're all wonderful. The great thing about those reviews that we've had in less than 3 months is that every time I get one, because Chef Joel, he's a younger guy. He's not on the Facebook, that's for all people nowadays. Okay, whatever. And I tell him every time I show him something, I go, Joel, look what you've done. He goes, what do you mean? I go, this is your review. I go, this isn't my review. I go, this is yours. He goes, at first he was kind of, what do you mean? I go, you cooked it. I go, anybody can stand there and slap ingredients on something and assemble. You can
Right.
teach a monkey to assemble something. I go, but it's you. It's the correct temperature. It's the correct amount of butter. It's the correct time to flip. It's the correct time to put the dome over. I go, that's not me cooking. I go, yes, this is my truck. These are my recipes. This is mine. I go, but these reviews are yours because you're the one that cooked it.
Yeah.
And he goes, wow. I go, yeah. I go, all that credit goes to you. It doesn't go to me. I'm just the obnoxious guy in the window selling grilled cheeses. So that's typically our customer experience. And I've had people that have actually come back to find me wherever I am just to get a grilled cheese. And I'll tell you what, that makes my heart feel so good. That has nothing to do with money. That's just, look what we've done. Not me, we.
Right.
We have done something that people like so much that they're coming back for it. And I'm sure you know that feeling. It just makes you're like, wow, we're doing it, man. We're doing it. This is awesome. I keep the same energy level I have from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed is the same energy level I have on the truck.
Good.
It's fun.
It should be. It absolutely should be. It always
the truck is fun.
Yeah. You have to look at it as being fun. It's not work. It's not a job. It is fun. Yeah. It always disappoints me when I step up to a truck and the owner or the cashier is sitting on the counter. For instance, I see that a lot, where they'll be sitting like this with their face in their palm, looking out the window like I have no friends in the world. And then when you step up, they don't change their demeanor. It's like, well, I'm giving you something to do now, dude. Come on, let's pick up the energy level a little bit. And they just don't. Well, that means your food's not going to be very good either. So you're not encouraging me to buy anything.
That's absolutely true. And I think, Bill, and not only are you smart, that's true in life. That's not just true on the truck. When we have clients, customers, they come up, there'll be, women that come up. I go, hey, gorgeous, how you doing? A guy comes up, how you doing today, handsome? What's happening? And I kind of tell, I have my stupid dad jokes, but it should be. And again, with obnoxious as my truck looks, it's got to be more than just a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Hey, look at the truck, look at the colors. Wow, your food's got to be good. But look at this, and we'll get kids that come up. Hey, how you doing? It's engaging. That's what made me good when I was in sales. I haven't given up on humanity. There's a lot of people that have, but I haven't. People, that's why they're coming to you. If you can't make someone happy, you don't deserve to take their money, whether that's the food or the experience of, like you said, of getting the food. You're right. If they're up there, like, how you doing? Yeah, what can I get you today? Mm-hmm. It means they don't care.
Exactly.
If fake it for 4 hours or however long you're there, hell, at least pretend to be, into it. But like I said, I genuinely have a ton of fun with it when I do it.
You absolutely should. Everyone should. It should not feel like a job. If it feels like a job, you're doing something wrong.
You're right. I mean, I would say too, you're right. It shouldn't feel like a job. It shouldn't feel like a burden. I mean, to stand on top of your point, I guess, to stand on the shoulders of it. It is a job and it is work, and we got to load the truck and unload the truck. You got to do stuff, and generators are heavy. It's work, but it shouldn't be a burden. It should be, hey man, we're gonna go get the truck. We're gonna go do this gig today. Here, you ready? I always tell my guys, before we open that window, I look around. I go, y'all ready? Here we go. and we open
Right.
it up and we go, and we tell jokes. I have a speaker, one of them JBL speakers. We listen to tunes. 4 hours, it feels like you've been there for 2 hours.
And that's the way you want it to feel. And to wrap up this week's interview, we're going to be talking tomorrow about how to keep up the same energy level as the wrap that's on your food truck. Thank you so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow, because I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.